Someone once said that life is a journey and not a destination. And like in every journey, from time to time we have to take a pause and reboot. And this time we started our journey towards the sleepy coastal town of Gokarna, situated in North Karnataka. It was with the same purpose of taking a pause and rebooting our souls.
So this is the first halt we had on our way to Gokarna. Today is the 15th of August, happily known as Independence Day, and we did face a lot of traffic on the road. And as usual, it is our favorite spot, Cafe Coffee Day. We found one actually on the way, close after the Nilamangal atoll, and that's our Tiger, which is going to get us. It's still about 7.5 hours from here, but lovely sunny morning as you can see, and we are trying to cover up as much as distance we can in the shortest possible time. Should be reaching by around 3:30, 4 o'clock, with the halts maybe by about 5 latest. Looking forward to a beautiful experience. So you can see this is our journey to Gokarna from Bangalore, approximately 10 hours of distance. But today being 15th of August, we are facing some traffic situation on the road. Nonetheless, we'll try to cover up as much distance as we can. And this is to start the morning, a healthy dose of sandwich and coffee to take care of the rest of the drive.
And as we approached Chitradurga, crossing some beautiful sunflower fields and lovely landscapes, I was eager to catch a glimpse of the beautiful and majestic windmills of Chitradurga.
So you can see the beautiful windmills of Chitradurga actually, and we have just taken a halt. This is almost halfway between Bangalore and Gokarna, and these are the lovely windmills, majestic. It's very difficult to understand how big the blades are unless you see them on the road, massive ones. So this is a nice hotel, South Indian hotel called Naividyam. As you can see, we have taken a halt over here, and lovely place. You can stop for a bit of snacks or kind of bio break if you need to, because after this, till the way till Gokarna, it's quite a barren land. What I've seen in my last time's travel, and especially the windmills just across the road from the hotel look lovely and majestic. You can enjoy the view at the same time, have a snacks and a tea and coffee, whatever suits you. The incentive of coming to such places is not only the destination, but also the lovely landscape you actually get to see all around you, and the oxygen that is fresh in the air, which you miss when you live in cities like Bangalore, etc.
And with one of the highest ground clearance in its class, a compact SUV like the Kiger will help you cross all hurdles with ease. And as you approach Gokarna, you will experience green fields of a hue you would never have seen in your days inside the city. Just 2 hours to go, and we couldn't wait to rest a bit and rush to the beach side. But as we came across more fields of green with mountains in the backdrop and flowing rivers in the landscape, it eased our tired souls. And I couldn't help but remember John Keats, that a thing of beauty is a joy forever.
So this is the walkway from the simple room that where we are staying. It's a simple homestay, not grand facilities or anything like that. That's how it looks, but it's nice and clean. And we just need to walk down the road over here, and it is good thing is that it's just adjacent to the sea, and we can actually hear the waves lashing on the shore. Okay, and that's our car parked in a nearby parking lot. That's the road that brought us over here. So we have got a humble room. It's a kind of a homestay. Nothing exquisite, but nothing else was available. Gokarna is always fully packed, even during this monsoon season, which we weren't really expecting.
So do your pre-bookings by calling up some of the numbers we'll be displaying in our video if you do not want to be in for surprises.
So we did finally find something. It's a kind of a shack where you can order your dinner. Let's see what kind of grab we can have. Really hungry after a tiring day's journey. Looks nice. I hope it's more vibrant during the season. It is the monsoon season, but every room is occupied. So I'm just walking towards the beach so that I can little bit wade my feet, at least having come all the way to Gokarna for a few minutes. Yes, so it's me and the ocean and nothing between it. Always a feeling that never fails to mesmerize you, that never fails to enthrall you, especially city dwellers like us who live in Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, and all those metropolitan cities miss the ocean so much. Ocean that's pristine and beautiful like this. Lovely, right? Endless expanse of the sea, and you wading your feet in the cool waters of the ocean. That's Gokarna for you. Let me show you a glimpse of the seashore. So that you can see is the coastline, and you have the small shacks over here. You can sit in the evening, enjoy your beer and your seafood. Lovely, that's what we plan to do in the evening. But there are good places to visit in Gokarna. We will start with the Yana caves today, and let's go to Yana caves.
So as we commenced on our journey towards Yana caves, I was always a little skeptical about access to Yana caves, considering the fact that it is a heavy monsoon season and sometimes there are landslides, and the access could be restricted to the caves. So as we neared Yana caves, the landscape changed and it was a deep forest area. We could hear the crickets, some of the wild birds, and a typical noise that we hear inside the forest.
So this you can see is the gate. That is the entry to Yana caves, and it's just about 1 minute away. I guess we need to park our vehicles over here. I don't think they will allow it any further. Yes, oxygen bunk, it says. So that's a view of the area. Gate seems to be closed. Let's find out. It's unfortunate for us. Yana Caves is closed due to heavy rains, and the lady here says that it is not accessible right now. So you can see, but there are some other smaller caves around, and we can go trek over there. So I'm at the entrance of Yana Caves. As you can see, it's closed right now, but there is a small trek behind me. As you can see, you can go up there, and there are some caves over there at about 500 meters. We are going to explore them, but that's the kind of area around us, the entrance to Yana Caves. So this is the small trek towards some of the caves. It is not the real Yana Caves, but you can see thick foliage around you, and it's a real trek through muddy terrain. Quite an adventure. So you can see those are the caves, and huge rock formations, big ones, and this is the foliage through which we have to travel. Looks quite dense and impregnable right now. So I don't know, maybe we'll give up some other day when we have more pleasant weather conditions. But you can have a glimpse of the caves, the rock formations of Yana Caves from here. Majestic. So there is a story behind these caves. So there was an asura called Brahmasura who was actually blessed by Lord Shiva after long periods of tapasya, and whoever he put his hands on, actually turned into ashes. So the gods were very scared, and the gods went to Lord Vishnu, who actually turned into an avatar, a seductress, and called Mohini, and she convinced the Asura to put his head, his own hand on his head, and that's how he killed himself. So that's the story behind Yana caves, and that's why the texture of the caves is completely ash green. It's supposed to have turned black with the ashes of Brahmasura. Don't know, truth or not, but so far this is what we could explore and learn from today's short trek, not to Yana caves, but close by. Now, interesting flora and fauna that you capture. Look at this, a beautiful mushroom, something I don't get to see in the cities that we live in. These are also interesting parts of nature that you can enjoy when you travel to such destinations. Just need to have an eye for it. So we located this beautiful stream actually on our way to Yana caves, but it's amazing. You can't imagine how beautiful this is. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a location on Google Maps, but lovely stream with greens kissing the water from the sides and the water gushing down the rocks, and it's a beautiful sight. Inexplicable. That's how beautiful it is. It's a beautiful view, as you can see. Not too crowded. People haven't yet discovered the place, and that's why it's maintaining its pristine nature. I love such destinations more than famous tourist places, you know.
So, after our failed attempt to see the Yana caves, we set our wheels rolling for the Mirjan fort. Now, this fort has many stories about who actually built this fort, but it's one of the popular stories is that a queen in the 16th century called Channa Bhairavi Devi had actually constructed this fort, and it's a beautiful piece of architecture. That's what matters. Let's go and check out how beautiful the Mirjan fort is. There you can see the majestic fort in the backdrop.
So this is the Mirjan fort, as you can see. We just reached here. It was built in the 16th century. A lot of business was controlled from here by one of the queens. This is situated in the north of Karnataka. Beautiful. And you have lush green foliage which is growing on the walls. It's the rainy season, maybe that's the reason why. A lot of tourists come here. Let's venture inside. We'll see what is in store for us. So this is my second visit actually. This is one of the places you cannot miss when you are in Gokarna, the Mirjan Fort. Lovely piece of architecture and history. So this is the grand entrance to the fort. The large iron gates. This must have been installed recently. I'm sure it is not that old. And lovely typical formations of the fort, and you can see it's made of stones, I think, brick stones, stone bricks actually, but amazing that it is standing the test of time and it's still holding its own despite the onslaught of the elements of nature. That's a bird's eye view of the Mirjan fort. And the way around you, that's where we parked our vehicles. So we are entering through the gates of the fort. In ancient times, there would have been a lot of hustle and bustle around this place. So this would have brought you to the courtyard. Right now, we are headed to the top of the fort, and you can see this is the courtyard. It would have been the center of a lot of economic activities, cultural activities in ancient times. Quite a large courtyard, isn't it? very large, spacious. Right now, all its significance lies in the cameras of the tourists like us. I don't think if such courts could hold its own in the advent of modern warfare, you'll just need a small capacity bomb to explode everything. So they don't make sense anymore. Of course, we have been hearing of tunnel warfares, etc. That's still prevailing, but I don't think fortresses are any good. This is outskirts of the fort, as you can see, quite a bushy, shrubby area. Not many people venture this side. That's why I think you have greater greenery over here. So the green vanishes where humans tread. That's the laws of nature. And that's a view of the fort from this place. I can imagine the cannonballs firing from those holes that you see over there, giving shelter to the people. You can see those holes. I think they would have been for the cannonballs to fire. Reminds me of the guns of Navarone. Haha. This is a majestic view of the landscape around the Mirjan fort, as you can see. The villages around. That's a river, flowing river, and the sea will be somewhere nearby. Absolute greenery everywhere. Things you just do not get to see in the cities that you live in. This is maybe the only reason why you should travel to such places, irrespective of the history that the place holds. That's a view of the Mirjan fort, as you can see in the background. Lovely piece of architecture. Right now, nothing more than a tourist attraction, but I'm sure it was a place of great economic activity in the 17th century when it was built. One of the many secret entrances to the fortress underground, and of course an exit route too. This is one of the largest wells I would have seen. It's covered right now, of course, for security reasons with foliage, but a massive one, huge. Now this is a view from another side of the fort. You can see beautiful lush green grazing ground with a lot of cows living in their natural habitat in a blissful existence, unlike their painful life inside the cities that we live in. That's how the stairs bring you down to the beach, and that's how it looks like from here. So that's how it looks as we get down the stairs, and I wonder if there is any food that we'll get here. Indeed, we are a bit hungry, but nonetheless we can always find some other place. But it's quite a rocky beach actually, not exactly a beach, but quite rocky, you can see, but beautiful. Something like the Anjuna beach in Goa. There are rock formations. Yes, there are some food joints and shack. There is only one restaurant over here, not too many, but nice. Let's explore it. And too many people, it's a long weekend, can't blame them. Everybody has a right to enjoy their long weekends, not only us. But yes, it's the rainy season, not the best time to visit Gokarna, but beautiful, isn't it? This you can see is the old beach of Gokarna, and it's quite a rocky beach actually, but it's beautiful. So you can see the sea waves lashing on the shore, and it's pretty crowded because of the long weekend, no doubt about it, but monsoon has a different charm of its own. It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? Look at the clouds, the dark clouds in the skies, the lashing sea waves, the dark rock formations. Everything adds to the beauty. It's an ethereal beauty, nothing less. And that's a small food joint or a shack where you can enjoy your evening beer and snacks. It's a lovely experience. Worth visiting Gokarna in the monsoons, apart from the winter season, which is of course the most famous season. So this is the cafe, which is Namaste Cafe on the home beach, and you can see the kind of crowd that is there. It's absolutely chock-a-block, and that's the bar counter. We have something on upstairs also, and it's raining cats and dogs. So that you can see, that's how Gokarna is during the rains. It's amazing. Lovely rains, as you can see, and people are enjoying the sea, beach in the rains. It's got a different kind of flavor. If you're not scared of the rains, you can always explore these options when you are visiting Gokarna in the monsoons. So our evening course for the day is seafood soup, followed by a butter garlic prawns platter. Let's see what comes next. And this was followed by a platter of grilled kingfish, or surmai as we call it in Maharashtra. So as we bid goodbye to Om Beach, we reserve our plan for Kudle Beach for tomorrow, and where we are going to do our dinner. But it was a fantastic experience at Om Beach. The restaurant was beautiful, and the continental cuisine was amazing. A must try if you visit Gokarna. And one of the principles of enjoying a beach stay is that you should start your day in a lazy manner. Do not hurry. Do not start the day, wishing to visit all the nearby destinations. Take a stroll by the beach early morning. Take a lazy shower. Take a lazy breakfast. Laze around, because beach life is not about hustle and bustle. It's not about hurry, worry, and curry. Beach life is about taking it easy, unwinding, soaking in the noise of the sea, soaking in the wind around you, soaking in the nature around you. So that's what we are doing currently. And we will be, of course, visiting certain destinations today. And we are intending to visit Vibhuti Falls, which is a very grand waterfall nearby. And we'll see you over there after we finish our breakfast and stroll by the sea. So that's the agenda for the day. So you find these lovely beach cottages that you can actually stay inside. If you see their stay arrangements and their cafes outside. And this is a unique property of Gokarna actually. So you can see the beachside cottages, and you have a quaint cafe outside each of these cottages. So you stay in the backyard, and the cottages actually uh, offer you a cafe also in the front facing the beach. So that's quite unique about Gokarna. This is something I didn't find in Goa. See, there are cafes over there. Very simple arrangements, but you get all your choicest cuisines over here, starting from Indian to continental. And yeah, that's what brings people to Gokarna. And not a single of these cottages or rooms are available. There are thousands of hundreds of them. So that's how how popular this place has become, especially for a lazy stay during on an extended weekend like this. So many of them, hundreds of cottages lined, and not a single of them is free. And more cottages coming up. So it doesn't have the commercial hustle of Goa, but it has almost the same feeling. That's quite unique about this place. And of course, you can just step a few yards ahead, and you will be facing the ocean, taking a dip in the ocean, or soaking your feet if you're not feeling like taking a dip. And it never fails to amaze how the waves and the white froth actually, soothes you from the inside. So people keep on coming back to beaches, coming back to oceans, and that's what brings us and makes us love the oceans and the seashore so much. Look at the waves in all their glory of whiteness and froth. Amazing sight, isn't it? Of course, this is the monsoon season. People ask you not to venture too far into the ocean because it could be risky. Yes, you do not know which wave is come, in which size, and how big it is going to be. But nonetheless, it's so cool. The waters are amazing. It's absolutely cool waters, you can see. My feet are literally freezing, and it's warm and humid over here. I can tell you, it's warm and humid, but the moment the water touches you, it's freezing cold. It sends a chill up your spine. I think I'll never get bored with the beauty of the ocean. What about you? So you can see some fishermen over here. They have caught hold of some fish in the fishing net. These are the fishing boats. This is a spectacular sight. See the kind of fish. कौन सा फिश है ये? हाँ, ओइंटली. ओइंटली. प्रॉन्स भी है ना? You can see there are prawns, there are crabs, all sorts of fish. Amazing, isn't it? So this is also what you can experience. So this is how the net is being unfolded from the fishing boat. It just came ashore after its fishing journey, and wow, this is the first time I'm seeing such a spectacle. Hundreds and hundreds of fishes being caught in the net. Crabs, prawns, everything. So there you can see there is a fishing boat that has just arrived, and they will undergo a similar process of extracting the fish and then cleaning and separating the fish, the prawns, the crabs, everything. So this is the livelihood of fishermen living by the seashore, and such a simple but interesting life they have, isn't it? So this is how the boat has come on the seashore, and it is being held back with the help of a log. And see, if you have an eye for nature, an eye for beauty, eye for livelihood of people around you, away from city that you live in. So this is something that also you can experience. And those are some of the fishing boats that are far ahead in the sea. You can see they have gone into the deep seas for fishing. That's where they also jeopardize their life, because it is a rainy season. The waves can be unpredictable, and a lot of times you will hear the government issuing weather warnings for fishermen that they should not venture too deep into the sea. That's how the boat is being rolled over on the shore. You have those round wooden logs, and they are being used as wheels, and again the log will be brought in front, and that's how the the boat will be brought ashore. What a spectacle. I never experienced something like this. See, men, women alike, giving it a push. Requires huge strength because it's a very, very heavy boat. So that's a spectacle of all the fishing boats, the fishing nets piled up, cleaned, the fish has been extracted from them, and the cottages and the beach stays in the background. So this is all what you can experience when you are in Gokarna. Do not forget to have an experience of the livelihood of the local fishermen. There is a board that reads, "Smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly." We have yet another cafe here. It's called Parashuram Seashore Cafe. You can make a note of the number. You can just call them up, do a booking, and enjoy all the delicacies that are shown in the picture. And that's another homestay you can see called the Nisarga Homestay. And this is how the cafe looks, the Parashuram Seashore Cafe. People are sitting enjoying their morning snacks. Beautiful. And their rooms on top, you can see where you can stay. Lovely dainty rooms. And from here, if you turn around, you can see the ocean and hear the waves lashing on the seashore. So there are thick shrubs before you get an entry to the beach, and lovely. So you can see the mountains in the background, people soaking their feet, enjoying the cool waters of the sea, which we are also going to do in a while. And that's Kudle Beach for you, and that's a bird's eye view of the landscape around. It's quite a spectacle. Not a very large beach, but nonetheless something worth visiting if you are in Gokarna.
So, as we leave Gokarna, we took with us the experience of the lovely greens around us, the lashing waves of the seas, the rainy and the misty seashores, and Gokarna in monsoon will always be in our memory like a bliss of solitude. And if you would love to learn about the places I travel to and love to know about the machines that take me to these places and my love for these machines, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.